Hey there, are you a fan of Manhwa or Manga? Ever wondered how those awesome recap videos on YouTube are made? Sure, you could just throw an entire chapter into some AI translator and slap on a robotic voiceover. But let's be honest, you deserve better than that. That's why today I'm walking you through how to make a high quality recap video, step by step. Now, I'm not claiming to be a pro here. In fact, I'm still learning myself. So, if you spot any mistakes or know better ways to do things, please share them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, let's dive in. Step 1. Writing the script. For many of us, it feels like a total drag. But trust me, it's the foundation of everything. Without a solid script, you're just winging it. So, before you even think about recording or editing, you need a clear plan. Cue an example. Let's look at this panel from a random manhwa. The goal is simple. Write down everything you see. Forget structure, forget grammar, and definitely don't worry about making it perfect. Just get it all down. For instance, it's in the middle of the night, the moon shone brightly. There's an eerie silence, but you can still hear a group of footsteps marching. Thunder rolls across the sky. A mighty being floats in the air, known only as the heavenly demon. See, the sentences are rough, some grammar is questionable, and it's not exactly Shakespeare. That's okay. Your first draft doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to exist. Once you're done, head over to ChatGPT, paste your text in chunks of 200, 400 words, and ask it to a 1. Fix grammatical errors. 2. Improve the flow with smooth transitions. 3. Rewrite it in reported speech in third person. Here's the cool part. This method turns even a messy draft into something polished enough for AI voiceovers. And trust me, it works wonders. Alright, now that we've tackled the script, let's move on to the fun part. Step 2. Finding your voice. Do you think you got a good mic? Great. A decent one in the 300, 500 euro range gives you amazing quality. But let's be real, not everyone can drop that kind of cash. And even if you have one like me, you might not love your voice. So here's the game changer. AI voiceovers. Skip those robotic text-to-speech voices and head straight to 11 Labs. It's one of the best out there. Use their free trial to test voices and find one that fits your vibe. Enthusiastic, relaxed, or even a mix of both. Let's move on to step 3, collecting panels. Here's where the fun, or the chaos, begins. Open up your source and start taking screenshots of each panel. Yep, it's super tedious and time-consuming. What I advise is, when you are creating your script, take screenshots alongside, but remember to save the panels in order and separate folders. Trust me on this one. You can generally skip the unimportant scenes, but make sure that the scenes you use are aligned with your audio. So, now we have the main components ready to be used. Step 4, editing. Here's where the magic happens, or where your soul dies a little. If you're a Mac user, grab Final Cut Pro, it's free for 3 months. For Windows users, hit up DaVinci Resolve. It's free and super powerful. Alright, let's dive into editing. I've already got my audio ready and the panels prepared, so now I'm going to show you how to put everything together using this random manhwa as an example. First, I'll sync the panels to match the audio. Listen closely to the narration and think about which panel works best for each part. For example, here, my voiceover is describing a dramatic moment, so I'll line up this intense close-up of the character. Next, I'll crop and resize the panels. Let's take this one as an example. See how there's a lot going on in the frame? I'll zoom in to focus on the character's expression. It's the most impactful part. For this wider shot, I'll pan slowly across the action to create a sense of movement. Cropping is all about highlighting what matters while avoiding too much empty space. Now, timing. Watch as I keep each panel on screen for about 3 to 4 seconds. This keeps the pacing brisk and ensures viewers stay engaged. If the panel has text, I might leave it on a bit longer so people have time to read, but I'll avoid letting any single image linger too long. This approach also helps reduce the risk of copyright strikes. Short screen times make it harder for automated systems to flag your video. Finally, I'll add some transitions. I'm keeping it simple with fades and cuts to keep the focus on the story. For a bit of extra polish, I'll use slight zoom-ins or pans, like this one, to make the visuals feel more dynamic without overwhelming the viewer. By following these steps, you can create a clean, engaging recap that not only tells a story effectively, but also avoids most copyright pitfalls. Now it's time to make your video truly epic. Add VFX like crackling electricity, blazing fire, or glowing effects to emphasize key moments. These dramatic touches bring your panels to life and add excitement. Pair them with sound effects that match, like sparks, flames, or whooshes, and some dynamic background music to tie it all together. This is how you take your recap to the next level. Let's be honest, editing solo can be overwhelming, especially as a student just learning the ropes. Spending hours to create a 10-minute video is tough, but here's the good news. It gets easier with practice. Every project is a step forward, and the progress? Completely worth it. Want to see how far I've come? Click the link to check out my latest video. It's not flawless, but it's a product of hard work, growth, and passion, and I couldn't be prouder. If you found this helpful, don't forget to drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and hit that subscribe button for more content like this.